Part 3 on how to prep if you live in a small space or an apartment. This one's about survival. Make sure you watch the whole thing. Your apartment should have a CO2 monitor and a working fire alarm. Make sure that these have batteries, and if you do not have a CO2 monitor, you need to get one first and foremost. You also need to get familiar with your apartment's layout and come up with a fire escape plan, which routes you're going to take if there's a fire. And drill, especially if you have kids. Don't wait until there's a fire. Practice escaping. If you live on the second floor, you're going to want a window ladder. And if there's a fire, again, you're going to need to escape through the window to get out quickly. You also want to get a fire hydrant, a small one to keep in your kitchen. Invest in a hand crank radio. That way, if the power goes out, you are still informed about what's going on around you. And get some kind of solar powered cell phone charger so that if you lose power, you can still reach out for help. I already did food, but I saved this one for this video because you need a propane camp stove to cook the food if the power goes out. This is why that CO2 monitor is so important. If you use it indoors, you need to use it by an open window and make sure that that CO2 monitor is on and near you. You could also get a propane grill and use that on your patio if you have one. You're going to need flashlights, but also invest in a headlamp. These things are so useful. Or a lantern, which is where it has the light all the way around. You're also going to want to get a 2-person tent and some sleeping bags. I always mention Mylar blankets, but they're great to have in case it gets cold because apartments do not keep the cold out. And get some hard copy survival books. Yes, you can read survival information on your phone, but what if the power goes out? What if your phone gets dropped in water or whatever, you leave it behind? You should have some hard copy books to depend on that tell you how to survive in an emergency that you can reference. And you can get those at the library, so you don't have to spend a fortune. If you have a baby or a toddler, get yourself a baby carrier. You can throw that baby on your front or your back and head out quickly. This thing is a lifesaver in an emergency. And we did a video on bug out bags, and I'm going to make more of those, but make sure that you have one for yourself, your children, anybody in your household. They need one each. And hang those up in your closet where you can just grab them quickly to leave. I hope this video series helped, and if it did, give me a follow and a like, and thank you guys so much for being here. I'm having a blast doing this with you. Stay safe.